Hello, and thank you for joining us today. We are the Contoso Maine project team. Our team members are Sylvia Herrera, Matthew Martin, Jordan Winberry, and Philip Skylarove. During this presentation, we will introduce you to our region. We will go over an issue that needs to be addressed, recommend a solution, and do a demonstration of the dashboard we created to keep track of the solution's progress. With a total of 4,045 total square feet, Contoso, Maine is the smallest region. Our 6 stores are located in the beautiful northeastern state of Maine, in cities that are located along the coastline of the Atlantic Ocean. One of our stores, Bar Harbor, is located on Mount Desert Island, pictured here. We average about 42.8 million sales per year. This accounts for about 2.8% of the average annual sales for Contoso Corporation. Next, we have Matthew Martin, who will go over an issue that our region is currently facing.
An issue that exists in this region is that sales revenue is declining over time. Upon analysis of the data, we found that gross sales, gross margin percent for the region had a significant decline from 2007 to 2009, but had a slight increase in 2010. The product category that has had the most significant impact on the sales revenue decline for the region is the cameras and camcorders product category. The cameras and camcorders product category are a large driver of revenue in the region of Contoso, Maine, and account for approximately 36.34 million or 21.5% of the 169 million in sales revenue from 2007 to 2010. However, the gross sales for the cameras and camcorder product category went from approximately 15.49 million to 6.14 million, which is a decrease of about 39.65% from 2007 to 2010. Overall, this product category was one of the most significant drivers of sales and revenue in the region of Contoso, Maine, but it has had the largest decline out of all the product categories. This is an issue that is critical to address because of its significance to the stores in the Contoso, Maine region. As shown in this figure, there was a steep decline in gross sales, gross margin, and gross margin percent for the region from its peak in 2007. From 2007 to 2009, there was a large decline. There was a small increase in all 3 measures in 2010. From our analysis, we found that the Contoso, Maine region had a 42.71% decrease in gross sales and a 43.19% decrease in gross margin by 2010. Next. This figure compares the cameras and camcorders product category to the collective performance of all product categories from 2007 to 2010 in this region. Unlike the other product categories who increased in 2010, the cameras and camcorders product category continued to decline in all 3 measures. I will now let Jordan talk about the solution.
Thank you, Matthew. For our solution for this problem, based off of the data that we were given, we recommend that Contoso, Maine begin to shift focus onto computer sales. We recommend this because computer sales had one of the smallest decreases in sales over the years of 2007 to 2010. This action is expected to increase the amount of computer sales, which will create a more consistent revenue stream. By increasing computer sales, Contoso, Maine will no longer need to rely on the camera and camcorder product category to bring in revenue. Phones such as the iPhone are being upgraded to include a camera, making camcorders and cameras obsolete. The outcomes and the target for this is to create a strong and consistent revenue stream for Contoso, Maine. Should another recession and financial crisis happen, Contoso, Maine can rely on product categories that have the least amount of shift in gross sales, like the computer category. Now on to Philip to demonstrate the dashboard.
Our goal with this dashboard was to give the users the ability to visually see how our recommended solution affects overall company sales. As we stated, our recommendation was for Contoso to shift their attention to selling more computers, as it had one of the smallest decreases in sales, and in reality, cameras and camcorders are being less relied on since they now come with the phones that we buy. Our dashboard is already set to look at Contoso Maine information, but if the user wants to look somewhere else, they can easily click throughout the slicer. This table shows the different products, the net sales of those products, and total quantity sold to give the viewer a good understanding of the product performance in the Maine region. As new sales information comes in, the table will automatically be updating to show the effects of our solution. Moving to the right, we can see our main KPI, which shows the computer sales growth rate change from the previous quarter. This gives the viewer a quantitative figure on the performance of our solution. The figure to the bottom shows our target for what we want the next quarter sales growth rate to be with the implementation of our solution, which is 3 to 5%. The chart on the top right shows the gross sales and quantity sold of each quarter since 2007 in the Maine region. To look at computer products information, all you have to do is simply click on the computers in the table, and the information specifically about computers will be shown. Column chart in the bottom right shows the rate of growth change for quantity sold in previous periods as well as future periods as time goes on. Similar to the previous chart, to see computer data or any other data, you simply have to click on what you want to see in the table located on the left. Regarding our KPI, we provided the viewers with a line graph that shows data about sales growth located on the bottom right corner. It shows historical data as well as effectiveness of our solution as new information comes in. Even though our solution focuses on increasing sales growth rates for computers, we decided that we wanted to provide more graphical representation of performance data like quantities sold and gross sales. If the user wants to look at a certain performance metric of the product, they're able to do so with the graphs that are provided. With the provided charts and graphs, the user will gain a better overall understanding of the effectiveness of our proposed solution. Page 2 of the dashboard provides more information about the KPI that we decided to use in this dashboard. Our target was to see a 3 to 5% increase in gross sales for computers. We are comparing the current KPI growth rates to previous quarter gross sales. We calculated the KPI by subtracting current quarter sales from previous quarter sales. We then divided that by previous quarter sales and then multiplied it by 100. Our increment of measure is the percent change of previous and current quarter sales.